What's the best bike for your kid? Let's find out right now. All right, so we're gonna talk about what's the best dirt bike for your kid, maybe even your girlfriend or wife. Hopefully you don't have both. So we're gonna go over that, give you some tips on that right now to kind of get you in the right direction. This video is mainly for those newer to the sport of dirt bikes and looking to make sure that you get the best dirt bike for your beginner, novice level rider. There are many choices out there, both new and used, and we will touch on many of those right now. We're going to talk about kids' bikes specifically first, and this is the most important thing because nothing is better than a kid getting it. When he's hooked on dirt bikes, nothing's better. He just wants to ride every chance he gets, and that's what we want to create in our kids for the future. But also kids can have lows, and it really kind of sucks when a kid is bummed out. It feels like you're forcing him to go riding, and a lot of that can be because a bike's too hard to start. He's scared of the bike. It doesn't ride smoothly. It's not jetted well. All kinds of things can be wrong to help him just feel like he just kind of hates dirt biking, but he likes spending time with dad. Those are the reasons that will keep kids from not liking it, falling, those types of things. We're going to go right into this. We want them to really, really enjoy it. Here's what we got. Number one, don't rush it, okay? Take your time getting into dirt bikes, okay? That can also mean there was many times I was chasing Spencer around in the field at our house, just a flat area, and I was running alongside of him on his PW50, running alongside of him. Those types of things, you got to take your time, do the work in those flat fields. You're going to spend time, it's going to pay off later. Having a proper riding area is key for a kid to have fun. I've learned that kids will have fun being with dad or mom on any type of activity. Riding is just brings it together when it's two passions brought together by a dad and a son, especially, or a daughter. Some kids will enjoy stick and ball sports more, and if you support those, that's great. They will go into those and realize that dirt bikes are cooler after a little while, is the way I look at it. I coached plenty of football and other sports with Spencer, and eventually we just came right back to dirt bike riding. All right, I've personally seen a lot of dads out there, and I have a good friend who gave his kids the choice of spending time with dad with dirt bikes, which they were doing, or doing soccer. They chose soccer. That was kind of more important. That told dad that that's where they really wanted to be, and they didn't really love dirt bikes, so they took a step back and enjoyed soccer for that season. Number two, start with beginner bikes. These are also called trail bikes or play bikes. These are my favorite types of bikes to get kids hooked into dirt bike riding. Also one of the safest options as well. The TTR line from Yamaha has a 50, a 110, a 125, a 230, which is a bigger size maybe for a teenager or girlfriend, wife kind of thing, even down to the little PW50 and the two-stroke side of things. Honda has the 50, 70, which isn't available right now, but has been in the past, 110, 125F, and then they have larger 250, 230, 300 size CRFLs kind of things, which are more targeted to the teenager again, bigger adult, bigger teenager, smaller adult kind of size. The Kawasaki line, KLX, has the 110, 140, and 230. They don't have the very small four-strokes. These little four-strokes are the ones I really like because they're easy to ride, and some of them are fuel-injected. I really recommend those fuel-injected ones when you can. If you don't have a fuel-injected one, you got to stay on that carburetor to make sure it stays clean and drained when you're not using it. In these little bikes, we like to run avgas as it lasts much longer and doesn't damage the carburetors or fuel injection parts when they sit. Starting with these bikes to build a foundation and a love of dirt bikes is just a no-brainer to me. Do it in open areas. Don't go to crazy tough trails or MX tracks. Make it a fun adventure. Kids love the time with dad going to and from riding areas as much as the riding itself. Stopping at the gas station or the fast food place on the way home. Those are the fun times. And Spencer and I now, however many years later, he's 24. We love going on riding trips together. Man, we've been doing it for a long time, and it's still really cool to do together. Number three, racing can be fun, but not that necessary. But it's the way your kid will improve the best is racing. That's how Donnie and I, you race, that's how you kind of push yourself. So if you're going to go that route, I say stay local races, close, keep it simple. Small classes of racers is just fine. A lot of the guys will want to go chase amateur national level races, you know, to go to the Ponca City, to Loretta Lynn's, to Texas, big races. You don't need to do that unless you really think your kid is the next Carmichael or James Stewart, which is very limited because there's only about one of those a year that moves up and gets paid in a pro level, that I say. One of those a year that's making enough money to justify what you're going to spend chasing that dream. I say you just have fun, enjoy riding and racing limited. And what happens is the kid builds a love for dirt bikes that's going to last a lifetime. And that's what we're trying to do. All right, so in this game, it's mainly about two strokes. Now, no more play bikes. Cobra 50, 65 are the ultimate race bikes for many kids. However, these bikes are expensive and can be a handful to maintain. Used ones can be a bit of a nightmare because they've been raced a bunch. So for me, the KTM group of bikes are next. So the 85 cc's and up are similar to full race bikes. I do like the Yamaha 65, 85, and Super Mini size 85 with the big wheels are good entry-level two-strokes for guys and girls that are stepping up from the play phase to racing a little bit more. Next would be the Kawasaki 65, 85, and 112. All these bikes are lower cost and easy to work on when compared to the full race bikes of the Cobra and even some of the KTM models. And the durability is going to be much longer on these Yamaha and Kawasaki units. This holds true on the used bikes as well. In the used market, there's some little diamonds in the rough you can find out there. There's these older 20-year-old CR85s, small wheel and big wheel. This is what Spencer rode. Spencer rode a CR85 and a Super Mini trail bike we made. Those were Band-Aids we fixed to help him be able to ride in that interim period before he could get on a big bike. We also have a video to help you guys on buying used bikes and new bikes. You can check out that video. We'll have a link to it in this description. Also, you're welcome to email me directly with any questions about what bikes to buy, what area you fall into. Also, if you have an ad from say a Facebook post or Craigslist post, you can send me those ads, links, and I can look at those and give you my thoughts on them for that bike in your area. Number 4, stepping up to a bigger bike from say a 65 and 85, and you're in that smaller class, you're going to step up. Now you need to decide if you want to go that play bike route, which would be the CRF 125, TTR 125, KLX 140, that size of bike. You need to decide that's a 4-stroke play bike that's going to be good around toting around the farm fields, but not as good as say a Super Mini bike for a 2-stroke race bike, let's say. These larger play bikes can be a great transition before your kid gets onto say a 125 to a larger bike. Now, what this means for you, anybody listening to this is going, hey, this guy's talking about me buying, 5 bikes over 10 years. And unfortunately, if you really want to progress with your kid, that's kind of what happens. Donnie's shaking his head. He's like, yeah. So that's why you want to try to find a good deal on things. And then as you're riding it, you're selling this thing fairly soon. Or if you have another kid coming up, it can be his. So that's another advantage. If you have other family, cousins, whatever, you're kind of always transitioning and looking for that stuff around your area with family or friends. So when you have a kid riding from 50 cc up until big bikes, you're going to always be in this predicament. So be looking out for that. And you're going to be constantly looking and searching for the next bike. On those larger play bike size bikes, that's why I like the CRF 125, is because the fuel injection, not all the bikes have fuel injection. I would double check that when you're shopping for those bikes. The next will be the MX and trail bike sizes bikes is what's difficult, as I'm always searching for fuel injection is the best thing you can get when you can. All the current 4-strokes are going to have those on the 250Fs, and that would be the next bike we'll talk about. On the 250Fs, we like the KTM group of bikes for their long-lasting engines and durability. And we like the Yamaha for its great suspension and the Honda for its good feel overall as a bike with all the componentry. So those are all good bikes to search on the 250F size bikes. And I would like to be obviously, if you're looking for used, I'd like to be as low hours as possible, which we're seeing low hour bikes out there with less than 20 hours. And that's what you're searching for, to find that diamond in the rough in your area. Also, if you're in a cold weather area, say in Michigan or whatever, you want to be looking for bikes in the winter to find a bike. Out west here, we're looking for bikes in the summer. No one can sell bikes in the summertime, so that's the time to do it. Okay, 125cc bikes are great for a kid learning his skills, okay? 125 KTM, 150 they have, and a YZ125 are kind of some of the best ones I'd recommend. These bikes can help develop those really good skills, especially on the motocross track, of how to get around and learn basic skills of corner speed and acceleration, using the clutch. You're going to get better at all those things with a good 125. Trail riding. This is one of the most common things that guys are going to do with their kids. And as they transition from, let's say, the play bike size from 10 years old up until teenage years to becoming an adult, this gap, this void can be very difficult, because trail riding an 85 or a Super Mini is not easy. They're not easy to trail ride. They're not easy to ride. And I was pretty hard on Spencer, thinking he's not doing a good job. And I would hop on the Super Mini and go, and I couldn't even make it up this hill that I was saying he should be able to make it up. So very frustrating, because they're definitely motocross machines. So we tried riding TTR 125 big wheel bikes. So there's a lot of difficulties in there. So what I say is, you're going to have to do the best you can in that transition period. We have some photos of a guy who actually custom built a KX125, 2000 KX125, and got a Yamaha blaster engine, and put it into this KX125. So he was trying to make the best of both worlds, to have a tall bike, but with an easy to ride engine, easier to ride than a pipey 125. KTM used to make a 200. Kawasaki made a KDX 200. Those days are kind of over. There isn't a ton of choices in there. So letting your kid get better as much as you can, and that's where the track will help him progress quicker, is doing that. And then you're able to progress to a KTM 250 300 two-stroke, would be my favorite choice for trail bike for a youngster. And I'm talking 2016 and up, with a counterbalancer engine. Those bikes are going to be the easiest thing that he can do well on the trail with. Even though you think it might be too much power, say for a 15-year-old, it's just totally fine, because they're manageable and workable. All right, so to touch a little bit more on the trail bikes, the larger CRF 125, the CRF 230, the KLX 140, these little bit larger trail bikes can be great long-term solutions for your kids if they don't plan on racing the track. They don't plan on going on gnarly trail rides with you, but just riding around your guys' land or people's land and taking it cool and easy. There's no shame in that and no problems with that. You got them hooked. They're going to have fun time. So don't be afraid of doing that. Another advantage of these bikes is they hold their value a long time, because they don't get that beat up. The engines last forever. Yeah, as long as you just keep the air filter clean now and then, they last a long time. It's no problem at all on these bikes. So what's the best bike? I still lean towards, for me, for most younger kids, is to stick them on a play bike, TTR 110, a CRF 110, those size bikes, until, if you want to move them up in difficulty, they can ride those bikes without a clutch and just shift the 3 speeds just with the shifter. Learn the art of that before you move them up to, say, an 85 or into a super mini size bike. So that's what I would recommend, is you play, enjoy it. And then at the 85 age, that's where they can really learn that clutch. It's a whole lot easier than dealing with it at 65cc size. Now, there's a lot of people who, they grew up riding a KX60, so that's what they're going to get their kid. But times have changed, right, Donnie? We're a little bit more, I don't want to say soft, but we have this luxury of having these play bikes. And if your kid's not going to be, you're not chasing a racer dream, enjoy that fun time on those play bikes. These play bikes are amazing. You'll have a great time. So whatever you choose, at least you got your kid riding. But be careful. I had my good friend Matt, his kid's riding a KX85, was getting pretty good. He was a little bit big for the KX85, getting ready to get into a larger bike. They go on a family trip. They have some dirt bikes at this family's place. He gets on a CRF 230. He doesn't really have the skills to manage this CRF 230. It is big, heavy, not as nimble as his KX85. He has a bad crash, gets pretty beat up, breaks a leg, does these other things. So that's something you got to be really careful of, is putting your kid in a wrong spot. He feels terrible about it now. This will probably even make him feel worse. But I've done plenty of that myself. So you got to be careful. Think about those things, because you want your kid to be able to really enjoy it. And it'd be better to say, no, you can't ride that CRF 230. We're going to find something else. You're just going to skip riding this day. You're not going to be able to ride. And then putting him on something he doesn't belong on. And if you're riding a bigger bike than you belong on, which does happen, Spencer rode big bikes, do it in an open field with nothing else around, and not on gravel. Gravel is one of the worst things. So hopefully that helps you guys out when you're shopping for dirt bikes. Again, the big thing is feel free to email me right from our website. You just go to contact at dirtbiketv1, go to our website. You can hit the contact. You can feel free to send me those questions on the bikes, especially as we're heading into this Christmas season. You guys might be looking. Hopefully that helps you guys out. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
Good dirt bikes for beginner kids. That's where the story starts. Tiny boots in the driveway, big smiles and bigger hearts. Get 'em on the right bike so they won't ride all day. If they love riding now, they'll ride with you when your hair turns gray. Sticking ball sports are just okay, but listen to this song. Dirt bikes are a lifelong passion, keeps you young and strong. Yamaha TTR, Honda CRF, Kawasaki KLX 2. So many sizes to choose from, find the perfect fit for you. Get your kids a ride, let the good times roll. Dirt bikes light a fire in a young kid's soul. If they love riding, they'll ride when you're old. Side by side with dad, that bond is solid gold. Oh yeah, yeah, solid gold. Little four-stroke play bikes, keep it fun and light. Perfect for your wife or your girlfriend, not both. Alright, used or new, there are many ways to do this right. Email Jay for advice before you hit buy tonight. As the kids progress and learn to flow and shift, you can move them to two-stroke rippers. Give them the gift, 65, 85, 125, they grow so fast. Then a 250F and dad's wrenching less and less. Get your kids riding, enjoy that time together. Trail dust, sunsets, memory forever. Turn the throttle, sing this family song. Ride and rock on, ride and rock on. Get your kids a ride, let the good times roll. Dirt bikes light a fire in a young kid's soul. If they love riding, they'll ride when you're old. Side by side with dad, that bond is solid gold. Let it grow, it's solid gold. Oh yeah.
Wiseco Piston has over 80 years of experience manufacturing pistons in Cleveland, Ohio, USA. Wiseco pistons are developed and proven through professional racers, teams, and engine builders, including factory Honda HRC, Club MX, DBTV, Twisted Development, and many more. Wiseco is rooted in supporting grassroots racers across the country. Wiseco has been a sponsor of Loretta's and GNCC Racing since their very first events. Wiseco has a piston to fit the needs of any type of rider, from reliable rebuilds to serious racers. Wiseco is still the piston expert. However, the brand has evolved and has a complete range of performance components, including engine rebuild kits, clutch and valve train components, crankshafts, gaskets, and more. Wiseco has all of your power sports machines covered, from dirt bikes to UTVs, ATVs to jet skis. Find what you need at wiseco.com. We work with some great companies, and here's a list of those right now. Dunlop motorcycle tires, Wiseco piston, Vinco air shocks and dirt bike parts, FMF exhaust, Decal Works graphics, Pro X racing parts, Recluse clutch revolution, Motion Pro specialty motorcycle tools, Works connection, Uni filter, Klotz oil, Cometic gasket, MX plastics, JE pistons, Cardo systems, ODI bars and grips. And remember, if you shop Rocky Mountain, use our link from our site, Linktree, or link in the description of the videos. Thanks for watching and listening. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.